Hello, radiant soul of Leo. I'm Luna Celestine, and if you've been drawn here today, it's no coincidence. Something in your spirit has already sensed what's unfolding beneath the surface. July 29th, 2025 isn't just another day. It's a moment of alignment, a quiet but undeniable turning point where your heart and mind finally begin to speak the same language. You've spent so long navigating the dissonance between what you feel and what you think you should feel, between the desires that rise from your soul and the fears that echo from your past. But today something begins to settle. The noise softens, the confusion lifts, and in its place a steady, grounded voice inside of you starts to say, I deserve this. I'm ready. This is not about ego. This is not about forcing outcomes. It's about finally coming home to your own worth. You're not pushing, you're allowing. You're not chasing clarity. You are it. And in that clarity, a sacred moment approaches. A conversation you've delayed, perhaps even feared, but can no longer carry silently. The words have lived in your chest too long. They've ached against your ribcage, like truth begging to be released. And now, finally, you find the courage to speak them. Not with anger, not with desperation, but with calm certainty. With love, with integrity, you will say what needs to be said. You will draw the line where your peace begins. And here's the truth, dear Leo. Whatever happens after that conversation, whether it opens a new door or closes an old one, you will walk away lighter, not because you got the answer you wanted, but because you honored your own voice. That is what alignment looks like, not perfection, not control, just deep, quiet honesty with yourself. You'll feel a strange sense of peace, the kind that doesn't come from being right, but from being real. And that peace becomes your compass. That becomes the place you lead from. You are no longer waiting for someone else to give you permission to stand in your truth. You are already standing there. And from this place, the rest of your life begins to respond, not to your fear, but to your power. So take a breath, feel your feet on the ground, and trust this sacred unraveling. You are not falling apart. You are finally falling into alignment. And now, beloved Leo, let's speak of your path in the world, your work, your money, your purpose. This season is not about overnight breakthroughs or dramatic leaps. It's about quiet, steady growth. The kind that may not get applause in the beginning, but will one day become the foundation of something unshakable. You are entering a phase where things may feel slow, and at times you might question whether your efforts are truly being seen. But let me assure you, the universe is watching, and more importantly, it is aligning. There may be a moment very soon when life asks you to shift, perhaps your job, your daily rhythm, even the physical space you inhabit. This won't be about running away or chasing something shiny. It will be about making room, about leaving behind what no longer matches the frequency of who you're becoming. Change will call you, not with chaos, but with quiet insistence. And you will know it's time, not because you're desperate, but because you're ready. In this chapter, your greatest tools will be patience, adaptability, and unwavering honesty. You won't need to manipulate or force outcomes. You won't need to prove your worth. You will simply need to stay grounded in your values and be willing to grow at the pace of truth. The financial blessings coming your way aren't random. They are attracted to your integrity, your consistency, your refusal to take shortcuts that would cost you your peace. And while others may look for quick wins, you're building something sustainable, something that won't crumble the moment a storm arrives. So if you feel the nudge to explore something new, to relocate, to collaborate, to say yes to a project that stretches you, listen closely. The opportunity may come cloaked in discomfort, but it is an invitation to level up, not just in what you do, but in how you see yourself. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by, and even if you must take the long road, It is the road that leads to real, lasting abundance, the kind that honors both your spirit and your vision. Keep walking, Leo. You're not just earning a living, you're building a life. And Leo, while you pour so much of yourself into purpose and persistence, your body, your sacred vessel, whispers for attention too. This is a moment to return to yourself, not through intensity, but through tenderness. Your health, both physical and emotional, is not something to fix in a flurry of effort or discipline. It is something to honor gently, consistently, without rush or expectation. There's a subtle but essential truth here. Healing doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to presence. You are being invited into a new rhythm, one that doesn't demand perfection but asks for balance. Movement is important, yes, but not movement that drains. Instead, find the kind that nourishes, walks in fresh air, stretching to release the tension you didn't realize you were carrying. Small rituals of embodiment that remind you you are alive. And just as vital is your rest. Your nervous system needs safety, not just sleep. Carve out time to disconnect from noise, to simply be with yourself, to breathe without purpose. This kind of stillness isn't laziness, it's medicine. On the days when your energy dips or your emotions feel heavy, resist the urge to label yourself as broken or weak. Instead, remember, you are human and your body is wise. Fatigue is often not failure, it's a signal, a soft tap on the shoulder saying, something needs tending. That something might be your diet, your boundaries, or even your inner dialogue. Your spirit is strong, Leo. You've proven this 1,000 times. But now your strength is being redefined, not as the ability to endure, but as the willingness to care deeply for yourself, to speak kindly to your reflection, to trust that joy, laughter, stillness, sunlight, these are not luxuries. They are lifelines. As you align with your truth and your work begins to expand, your body will be your anchor, so treat it not as a machine, but as a living temple, worthy of reverence, rest, and rhythm. Because when your body feels safe, your spirit soars, and you, dear Leo, were born to rise. And now, Leo, let's turn to the matters of the heart, the place where your fire burns brightest, and also where your tenderness is most exposed. For those of you currently in a relationship, this is a period of quiet deepening. You may notice subtle shifts in the way you and your partner communicate, more honesty, more vulnerability, more of that soul-to-soul recognition that doesn't need loud declarations to feel real. What once felt like surface-level attraction now grows roots. You begin to see each other not just through the lens of desire, but through shared resilience, shared healing. This is not about fantasy, it's about choosing one another even in the mundane. And that kind of love? It's the rare kind that can last. If you're walking solo on the path of love, don't assume that means you're alone. The universe has been rearranging timelines in your favor. There's a presence, soft, magnetic, familiar, hovering just outside your current awareness. It may enter suddenly, or it may rise from a quiet connection already in your life. Either way, this soul carries a frequency that mirrors your own. Not a perfect match, but a meaningful one. They will not ask you to shrink or bend. They will meet you where you've already grown, and you'll recognize them not by grand gestures, but by how calm your nervous system feels in their presence. But with this new energy blooming, there's also a shadow stirring. Someone from your past may resurface. A memory, a message, a moment that pulls at the threads you thought had been tied off for good. And while nostalgia may whisper seductively, I urge you, Leo, to pause. Ask yourself, does this return come from love or from loneliness? Is it healing or is it habit? Not all who knock deserve re-entry. You are no longer the version of yourself who tolerated crumbs in the name of history. Your heart has matured, your boundaries have evolved, and your peace is not something to gamble with for the sake of familiarity. This is a tender chapter filled with potential and pause. Let your heart stay open, but let your wisdom walk beside it. Whether you're deepening something real or making space for something new, remember, the most magnetic love stories begin with the one you write with yourself. You are worthy of love that honors your fire and your softness, love that doesn't confuse intensity with intimacy, love that doesn't make you beg to be chosen, because you already are. And finally, Leo, let's speak of the constellation closest to your heart, your family, your friends, your chosen circle of souls. In the days surrounding July 29th, you may feel a subtle tension rising within your relationships, not loud or chaotic, but noticeable, like a quiet dissonance beneath the surface of familiar conversations. Perhaps someone close to you is projecting their stress onto you. Perhaps unspoken emotions are beginning to bubble up. You might sense discomfort, misunderstandings, or even distance in places that once felt safe. Don't ignore these signals, but don't react from emotion either. You, Leo, are being called to hold steady, to embody the calm in the center of the storm, not by pretending everything is fine, but by being the one who names the truth with kindness and courage. You have the capacity now to be both compassionate and clear, to say, I love you, but I won't carry what isn't mine, or I see your pain, but I won't let it shape my peace. This kind of grounded presence is your gift to your family, even when it's not recognized right away. There may be moments when you feel misunderstood or even judged for the ways you've changed, the boundaries you've placed, or the life you're building on your own terms. That's okay. Growth often disrupts old dynamics, especially when your light begins to illuminate the shadows others aren't ready to face. Don't shrink to stay acceptable. Don't dull your truth to keep the peace. Real peace is born from honesty, and the people who truly love you will adjust, even if it takes time. You are the fire that warms, not burns, the protector, not the savior, the leader, not the fixer, and right now, your role isn't to rescue others from their discomfort, it's to lead by example, by being rooted in fairness, transparency, and emotional maturity, by showing what it means to honor connection without abandoning self-respect. So draw your boundaries with gentleness, not guilt. Be the lighthouse, not the lifeboat. And remember, Leo, you don't have to be everything to everyone. You just have to be true. That's where your real influence lies, in the way your authenticity invites others to rise. And now, dear Leo, before we close this sacred message, let us anchor your energy with the subtle guidance of symbols, those quiet messengers the universe sends when words fall short. Your lucky numbers for today are 6, 18, 30, 42, 54, and 65. These are not just numbers, they are frequencies. Each one carries a vibration aligned with your current journey. Watch for them in receipts, license plates, timestamps, or dreams. When they appear, take it as a gentle wink from the cosmos, reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. Your lucky color is golden yellow, the radiant hue of sunlight, clarity, and confidence. This is the color of your solar essence, Leo. It reflects not just joy, but truth, the kind that shines from within when you stop hiding and start owning your presence. Wear it, surround yourself with it, or visualize it flooding your aura. Let it remind you that you are meant to be seen, not hidden. That your warmth heals, your light leads, and your life is a flame meant to burn bright. Let these subtle signs walk beside you today. The world is listening, and so is your soul. And so, Radiant Leo, as we bring this message to a close, I want you to take a deep breath, not just into your lungs, but into your soul. Because what you're stepping into now is not a fleeting shift. It's a quiet revolution happening inside of you, one that's been building over time through every heartbreak you've healed from, every truth you've dared to speak, every moment you chose growth over comfort. This is not about proving your worth to the world. It's about finally remembering that you never had to. You are no longer the version of yourself that tolerated the bare minimum. In love, in work, in health, in how others treat you. You are rising, slowly, steadily, unapologetically. And while not everyone will understand this new version of you, that's okay. They're not meant to. You didn't come here to shrink yourself for someone else's comfort. You came here to live fully, brightly, and boldly. So as you navigate the rest of this day, let this be your compass. You deserve what nourishes you. You deserve relationships that respect your boundaries, work that aligns with your soul, rest that restores your spirit, and joy that doesn't need to be earned through suffering. Walk forward knowing that the universe is not asking you to rush, it's asking you to trust, to keep showing up with heart, to keep choosing integrity even when it's hard, to keep tending to your own flame, especially when no one else is watching, because that's what makes you magnetic, Leo. Not just your fire, but your devotion to keeping it alive. Thank you for spending this sacred time with me. If this message found you, it was meant for you. I hope it brings you clarity, courage, and the calm knowing that you are right on time for your own becoming. Until next time, keep shining, not for approval, not for applause, but because you were born to light up the dark. I'll see you soon.